Welcome back to Serbia, everybody. When you think of Serbia, do you think of the military, a Russian ally, Tehran ally, Serbian villains from Hollywood? Do you think it's safe for Westerners to visit and vacation in Serbia? Well, let's take a walk with Julie and I. Let's see if it's safe in Serbia. Okay, everybody, so we've switched towns a little bit today. We're in Subotica in Serbia. And, you know, there's a misconception or conception out there that people in Serbia are not real fond of Americans. So we are going to be overtly American today. I've got my California t-shirt on, and we actually have the Quito, Ecuador jersey on for Arya, but the reality is it has a big Chevy sign on it. And nobody here is going to know the Quito team. So we are going to look like we're Americans, and we're going to see whether or not there's a issue or people have an issue with Americans in Serbia. And so far I will tell you, when we're trying to blend in, they're very, very overtly kind and considerate when they do find out we're Americans. So behind us, this beautiful building is the synagogue here in Subotica. And you know, the Jewish population of Serbia was decimated during World War II. So there's not a very large Jewish population left in Serbia, but there are a couple synagogues around and they really maintain them. And this one I think is more of a museum, and they've really been trying to keep that up. And I think it costs a little bit to go in. I'm gonna go in, Julie's gonna stay out here with the dogs, and I'm gonna do a quick walkthrough.
It's, if I remember right, it's 250 Serbian dinar.
So I'm entering the synagogue, and it's a museum more now than it is an actual active synagogue. The Jewish population was decimated by the fascists during World War II. You can see it's been restored. It's beautiful in here. Just beautiful. So much detail put into the restoration. Serbia was hit very hard by the fascists during World War II and leading up to World War II. And actually in Novi Sad, there's a statue commemorating where about 1,800 Jews, as well as some Serbians, were marched out into the icy river and were thrown into where a hole was cut, entire families. So this is to demonstrate that while a lot of people in the world and in the United States may perceive intolerance in Serbia towards other religions, this is showing that they care about the past, they care about the atrocities, and they care about the people that were harmed. And the Jewish people that were harmed during World War II, it was not the Serbians that were their enemies, it was the fascists and people from other parts of Europe that did the damage. The synagogue here is just beautiful. They've put a lot of effort into this restoration. Many dollars for Serbian dinar. There's no way to bring the population of Jewish people back, but their memories are still living, and the Serbian people have not forgotten them. So I'm leaving the synagogue, which of course you just saw was beautiful. Just learned that there were 5,000 Jewish people that lived here in the Subotica area before World War II. As of right now, there's about 100 that live in the region. So it's, you know, the population here was just decimated. Very, very sad. Really charming here. This little place here with the umbrellas. Folks sitting out here for the cafe.
Next level.
What a gorgeous little town. I mean, this building over here, so picturesque. And it's a clean little city, too.
Quite a pretty building. It's the one Julie was just commenting on. This is a pretty statue. Have no idea what this is about, but it sure is pretty up there.
I'm sure a viewer will be able to tell us.
Sorry for that jerk. That's Arya tugging on her leash and throwing off the camera. She is not a good helper as far as being a camera assistant. By gosh and by golly, I think we found the pedestrian area. So, little cafes walking over here that we're going to be walking by. See people outside enjoying their day. This is late February 2021, and life is going on. What a beautiful little town. Nice little walkway here, pedestrian area.
That's a beautiful, beautiful building.
It's just pretty down here.
It's exactly what I read about.
Nice big town center here, pedestrian area.
This is a town I could consider staying in a while. This is gorgeous. And for our viewers, this town is not far at all from the Hungarian border. We are hop, skip, and a jump. We'll go ahead and put the statistics in later, but it is very, very close.
Okay, so now we'll try to see if we can find anybody, if they'll acknowledge that we're Americans, and see what they'll think of speaking with us, if we can find somebody, and what kind of attitudes, if any, we receive. So I'm gonna go ahead and just give a complete 360 view here around me. See, this is just a beautiful downtown area here. I can understand why so many people tell you to come visit here. I mean, just to appreciate the buildings. The weather outside today is wonderful. I think it's about a 69 degrees, feels like. And sitting outside with a beer or a cappuccino, it's ideal. And you know, for those of you that don't really appreciate the Euro feel as much as Julie and I, but you find yourself here, right behind me, McDonald's. Why? So I've got Ivan and Sandra here. Ivan represents North Macedonia, a neighboring country, and Sandra is here from Serbia. And anyhow, I'd like to ask you guys what you think about Americans visiting your countries and Americans.
Thank you for asking me this question. We like Americans. We appreciate all countries in the world to visit our countries, like all Balkans. I represent North Macedonia. I'm supposed to recommend you to go there once to try traditional food, to see. We are friendly countries like Macedonia and Serbia too, and all together like Western Balkans.
And how about you, Sandra? What do you think about
I
Serbia?
agree with Ivan, and we would like to visit America, and we also like to visit Serbia.
I'm in love with this town. I would have to consider, if we were going to retire here, I'd have to consider this one.
Yeah, it's just gorgeous. Here, every town seems to have a location or a place to just get out and walk around. And
It seems like there's some sort of festival or something going on, but it's literally just a day.
yeah, well, like last night I was walking through Novi Sad and it felt like it was a celebration, like it was supposed to be Christmas or something, but it was Thursday night.
Yes.
Nothing special, just Thursday night, but it felt so festive.
Despite what Hollywood and sometimes the news would make you think about Serbia, we were treated kindly, no evil stares, and we would recommend that you visit.
Poslanstvena ženo, ti kraljice moj. Šaco, zasluži nagradu, Šaco. Voli, bravo majstore. Puno sreće i zdravlja, pa Nikolica Cigana, za gospodina, njegovu lepšu polovinu, naravno. Ja ne znam šta je vrednije u tebi.
Je da će doći i da će joj prsten doneti.
I mentioned the statue earlier in the video. This is the point in the Danube River where Jews and Serbs were killed by Hungarian fascists that were aligned with Nazi Germany. 1,246 people were massacred here, thrown into holes in the ice where they froze and drowned. 809 Jews, 375 Serbs, 18 Hungarians, 15 Russians, 489 men, 415 women, 165 children, and 177 elderly people perished at this spot. And it's still remembered today and commemorated. Today the city is safe. There's families everywhere, children everywhere. You can feel safe almost anywhere you go in Novi Sad. Along the Danube, there are great walking paths, jogging paths, bicycle paths, and so many things for people to do here. There's workout equipment, there's ping pong, and people of all ages will use that ping pong equipment. Got different playgrounds, there's tennis courts along the area, even putt-putt golf. So you can come out here daytime or nighttime and feel pretty safe about coming out.
So we're walking through our neighborhood park at night. Is it scary, honey?
Oh no, not at all. The only scary thing is that I want to make sure my hat stays on because it is a little chilly.
You're not worried about all these people around here eating popcorn and...
No, I feel perfectly safe here. I would come out here by myself.
You know, I would absolutely let Julie walk through this park by herself at night from where we're staying and go over here to the inside of the town, to the old town. It is perfectly a safe place. I have no fear here. I don't feel like there's any kind of crime in this particular area of Novi Sad. Do you?
No, I don't. I'm sure there are parts of any city that you would not want to walk through at night, but here definitely feels safe and secure, and I mean, young people, old people, everyone's here.
So anyway, we're going over here to the town and show you what that looks like at night.
We're going to review some additional stats from Numbio on a scale of 1 to 100, with 1 being the best and 100 being the worst. They scored 26.29 on being attacked due to race or religion, so that's very low.
There you go, night.
What about worrying about
Downtown
a home break-in?
Novi
A low
Sad.
score of 31.54.
So it's playing with the bubbles.
And there's virtually very little worrying about being mugged. Looking at a low score of 29.67.
Cotton
And
candy
if you
being
haven't
made
already
over
given
there.
this video a like, please do so. And don't forget to subscribe to Julie and I's channel. We're traveling the world, and we're trying to share our experiences with you. As far as a stolen car in Serbia, it's a low of 33.14. Kids are running all over this town at night. It's really a safe feel to this place. And the worry about violent crime is also very low at 30.73. such a beautiful place to come hang out, enjoy time with the family, day or night. This is a place where maybe you'll have some vandalism, petty crime at 45.28. That includes things like graffiti. So, there you're getting a little bit higher on the scale, still below a 50. As far as problems with drugs, they rate moderate with a 47.85. I have seen no drugs or any sign of that since we've been in Serbia for the last month. And it's safe walking here. In the daylight, they score 85.11. On this scale, being close to 100 is the best. And what about walking at night? Walking at night is very safe, especially here in this area. It feels extremely safe. Overall in Serbia, it rates a 65.1, which is safe on the scale provided by Numbeo. As a reminder, Julie and I, we're traveling the world and trying to bring our experiences to you. So we'll do the tourist stuff, we'll do the budget stuff, and we'll hopefully clear up any myths or misconceptions that might be out there about a country. So we hope that you're going to subscribe and continue to follow us. Now, let's go ahead and join me up in the fortress.
So this is the real Serbia, not the Serbia you see in the news or what you think you know from watching the news from 20 years ago. So it's just a peaceful place. The defense budget here is only 1.75% of the gross domestic product. So that's like nothing, much less than the United States. And the military here is only got 26,000 active duty in a country of 7 million. So this is not a country that's out there trying to start a war or maintain a war or be at war. So those preconceived thoughts that you think you have of Serbia, I hope they're gone now, and that this video has shown you that this is a vibrant, happy, peaceful people and country. So I think you should go check them out, or come check them out if you have time for a visit or planning a trip.
Thank you one more time for joining Julie and I as we explore Serbia, and we'll be exploring the rest of Europe as well. So make sure you give this channel a subscribe, and don't forget to like this video. And we're looking forward to you joining us on our next adventure. And until next time, have a great day, everybody.